I'm pretty damn sure that it is gonna be one of the most expensive paragons first, but the outcome will be very significant. So water strategies remain stagnant, and this is the good way to refresh this field of the game and make the water maps more exciting. Hello gamers, my name is KK, and today we're gonna discuss the possible concepts of the Paragon towers that will go into the game in the upcoming few updates. It could be 1, 2 or even 3 paragons per update, and today we will see which ones are the most exciting, and I'm gonna give you a few predictions on how much will they cost and what will they do, the abilities, the properties, and basically how we expect them to perform in the late and probably mid-game. But before this, press the like button and subscribe right now, so that we can get over this quickly and begin the freaking video. So the first one is gonna be the Ninja Paragon. Of course, I'm pretty sure most of you think the same way, but Ninja Paragon is an amazing tower that can be really solid if it is done right. Ninja Kiwi, don't mess this up, because Ninja Paragon could be a opposing tower. Why is that? Because the current ninjas, all of the tier 5s are not bad, and Grandmaster Ninja is one of the best tier 5s in the game. There are a lot of chimp strategies with this guy, there are a lot of regular game mode strategies, and Grandmaster overall is solid. Then the Grand Saboteur. Grand Saboteur is he has the passive ability that reduces the HP of the blimps that appear on the map for the period of the sabotage you use the ability. So this can definitely go into the Paragon. And then you have the Master Bomber, which throws bombs and at the blimps and deals alright damage. Because this is a pretty cheap tier 5, the damage for the price is pretty good. Thus, we can decipher that for the Paragon, most likely, it will deal a very good damage to the blimps because of the passive ability of the Grand Saboteur and the constant damage of the Grandmaster and the bomb damage of the Master Bomber. Also, I'm pretty sure it will have the shower of the shurikens, same as the Grandmaster, but Grandmaster has 8 of them. Maybe this guy will have from 10 to 12 of these shurikens, and with the similar attack speed plus the much stronger bombs that the current Master Bomber has, and probably he will have bonus DPS to the blimps. The next one is the Wizard. Wizard is also a pretty exciting one because in the current meta it is one of the strongest price to quality ratio towers that you can get in the game. And let's do the same method. So the first is Grand Wizard. How is it called? I don't remember. The tier 5 on the first path. This guy is really good, flexible. He has good damage to all balloon types. He deals the magic plasma attacks, the magic fire attacks, and the only tier of the balloons that he cannot pop is the purple ones, because they are resistant to the magic. Thus, we have really good damage dealer with the regular attack. Next, the Wizard Lord Phoenix. Wizard Lord Phoenix is garbage if you don't use the ability, but the ability is one of the best abilities in the game, period. And this is a very solid opportunity for the Ninja Kiwi to implement this into the Paragon. I'm pretty sure there will not be any abilities with the Paragons, because judging by how they made the first 2 Dart and Boomerang Paragons. But we can still expect the significant boost in power for the good abilities. I'm pretty sure of this. So Wizard Lord Phoenix is by far the strongest out of tier 5s for the wizards. Thus, I'm pretty sure they will implement his magma balls into the Paragon of the wizard. Probably he will be similar to the Hell Furnace, the ring. I'm pretty sure Hell Furnace is the nickname, but it's Ring of Fire, but tier 5 for the tech shooter, which throws the Hell Ball into the blimps and balloons, and it has a very big damage. But since the Wizard Lord Phoenix throws like at least 12 of them per each attack with the ability, maybe the rate will be increased. So maybe 3 balls at the same time. And it can be a very decent tower. And then the Prince of Darkness, one of the best tier 5s in the game, for the same reason, good price to quality ratio. And Prince of Darkness is also pretty powerful in terms of DPS as well, and he, on top of that, he can pop all bloom types. Thus, I'm pretty sure that the Paragon will also summon the undead balloons, and we can be pretty sure of this, because this is one of the best abilities of the wizards, and really, we don't even need to think that hard to see how Ninja Kiwi can implement this. I'm pretty sure that first 2 tiers will merge, but the properties of the third tier 5, the Prince of Darkness, will remain the same or maybe slightly stronger. For example, the grave count of the Paragon is going to be not like 3,000, but instead 10,000 undead balloons. And maybe you can remove the removal of the grave count each 3 rounds. So maybe you can just dispose of this feature and the grave count constantly fills. And okay, I'm gonna also name the prices of the towers I discussed at the end. And now the one I personally am excited for. Banana Farm Paragon, the real one, not the one that 2D showed you, but the real one. And this is gonna be fire, because banana farms are good. They are pretty powerful on tier 5s as is in the game right now. But who said that we wanna power? We wanna fucking overkills, and this is one of those overkills. Because look, tier 5, the first path. This guy brings you at least, let me see. So each crate is around $2,000, and it gives you 5 crates, or so 5 to 8 crates. I don't really remember. That's roughly estimated as $12,000 per round. The Monkey Bank, same thing. The ability of Monkey Bank gives you $12,000, and you can use it roughly each round. And then the Marketplace, it gives you around 3,000 in the active earnings, and around 4.5 to 5,000 at the end of each round. So in total, you get around $30,000 income per round if you just place the tier 5s of all of the farms, all 3 tier 5s. What if we merge this insanity? I'm pretty damn sure that it is gonna be one of the most expensive paragons first, but the outcome will be very significant, because it will shift the farming completely, the meta, because I'm pretty sure it will break the farming for the late game. We don't need much more money that we have right now, and probably this guy alone should be producing more than 50, if we are generous, more than $100,000 per round. Why the numbers are so high? Because the current ideal farm build, which I call banana plant, because we merge a lot of stuff and we create sort of factory plant that uses different exploits and different bonuses inside the game to buff the farms. So with the banana plant, we make around $60,000 to $70,000 per round, and the amount of space that you need on the map for the good banana plant is gonna be the place for 9 farms, like 1, 2, 3, and like 3 by 3. Relatively big place, but it still can be attained. And the Paragon will have a big hitbox. We all understand that banana farm Paragon will be huge. I am pretty sure it's gonna be as the same size as the Sun God. So in order to justify that big of a hitbox, we need to give it some ridiculous income that can outshine the current best strategy, because paragons are supposed to be the best. Thus, we will have probably 2 by 2 farm hitbox, and it must give you at least $50,000 to $100,000. This is a must-have, and Also, a good thing, this banana paragon should buff all the farms on the map. Yes, this will be a really good addition because it can either buff all the farms or it can give the monkey town effect to all the monkeys on the map, or in range if its range is really large. What I mean by this, the monkey town effect, it's multiplying all the income that your monkeys get from popping the balloons by 1.5%, 1.5 times, or 150%. So it's a ridiculously big increase. If this farm, Paragon farm, can buff all the farms or all the towers around it, it will be more than justified to have 50,000 income per round. Oof, pretty interesting. And my imagination is going wild. Okay, let's go with the next one. I might make this part 2 of this one, but let's go with the fourth one. The Ice Tower. And this, guys, is the more realistic one because Ninja Kiwi decided to begin with the primary towers. If they begin with the primary, what primary towers do we have? Dart, already done. Boomerang, already done. Ice, glue, these are the 2 towers I was focused on, and ice is what I expect to be really good, because here you can twist the current abilities, both passive and active abilities of the Ice Tower, tier 5s, to get a very, very solid tower. What do I mean by this? First, look at this concept art. I intentionally chose the flaming Ice Tower because he has flame on the balls. This is very, very chat Ice Tower. But next, the properties of this guy. So the first tier 5, the first path, what's the ability of this guy? It's pretty weak, other than the very, very broken ability to reduce the armor of the blimps by 15%. So all the towers that deal damage to this guy deal 15% damage more, while the Super Brittle has the blimps in range. Next one is the slow zone Ice Tower, let's call it this way. And these Ice Towers allow you to place the stuff on the water, and they kinda slow down the balloons up to ceramics in their aura. That's the blizzard that spins around them. And the third one, the best Ice Tower that is used most of the times in the actual games, the Chimps walkthroughs, etc. The third path, and this guy has really solid, stunning abilities, and it slows down the blimps exceptionally well. One of the best slowing in the game. So, how do we get one good package from these 3 completely different Ice Towers? It's fairly simple. First, let's keep the buffing of the blimps, because it's a really solid ability and the Paragon must have it. Otherwise, I don't think it will scale that well to the other Paragons, and we don't want garbage Paragons, we want something really powerful. And so we keep the ability of the debuffing, maybe even increase the rate by which it reduces the armor, maybe increase it to 20 to 30%. Also, we need to dramatically increase the range of this Ice Tower. If we are gonna make the Paragon, we will make like 3 times the range of the current maximum range of Ice Tower. So it should be similar to the Sun Temple with the max range. Something like this. The small range will not work for this tower. We want to have something really good for stunning, but we also want to have the solid debuffing Paragon. I'm pretty sure this is the role of the Ice Tower, to debuff the shit and to allow other towers to deal way more damage to all that you have on the map. Also, we will keep the slow down blizzard zone that allows you to place towers on the water, and it will also keep slowing down the blimps with the same rate as the third path tier 5. But the main thing is the large debuff zone. This is the concept I have in mind for the Ice Tower, because right now very few players know about the super abilities of the Super Brittle, and with the Paragon they will more people will learn about this and more people will try to use this monkey in the game. And the final one for this video is gonna be probably the boat. This is, first of all, this is a very solid concept art. I love it. It is the mix of nuclear and the boat. I'm not saying that this is how the Paragon will look like, but we gotta appreciate this art. It's freaking amazing. Also, if I have the artists who created this, the link to them will be in the description if you wanna see their art and like do something with it. Guys, so the boat. And the boat is the easiest one, because I'm pretty sure you all seen the modded tier 555 towers in the BTD6. Boat is one of the simpler ones, because what you have with the 555, you have the properties of the flagship carrier, which has the tiny aces that fly and kill stuff. We have the properties of the destroyer, which attacks really quickly with the like good piercing darts. We have the properties of the mid-path that pulls the blimps into the boat and kills them, one-shots them, and we have the money boat. I'm pretty sure this in this concept of the Paragon, money boat will not play a major role, and there is a good reason why. I'm pretty sure this one should be the fucking damage dealer, because it's been ages since Ninja Kiwi added something new in the water playstyle. So we have the ground towers, we have a ridiculous variety there. But as for the water, the last thing Ninja Kiwi added was Admiral Brickle, and after that nothing has changed pretty much. So water strategies remain stagnant, and this is the good way to refresh this field of the game and make the water maps more exciting. Because if this guy is a good damage dealer, he is gonna be a very attractive tower. What do I mean by this? And how strong will he be? I'm pretty sure the boat Paragon or Bukanir Paragon should have at least 20 times more damage than the flagship carrier. So I'm comparing not to the all tier 5s at the same time, but to one of the tier 5s, the third path. No, not the third, the first path. The strongest one of the both tier 5s, the flagship carrier. It's a pretty solid tower overall in the game right now, but I do think that this guy needs to be much stronger and much more expensive. Even though the tiers that you need to get to this are not as expensive, so the flagship carrier, the boat, the pirate boat and the money boat, they are pretty cheap. Overall, it's less than $100,000 invested. But the Paragon himself should cost at least like 600,000 to 700,000, and the damage that it deals needs to be massive so that it can push the water strategies further and allow us to go into the later rounds with the water strategy only. And this is my vision on these guys. He will also have very large range, similar to the ice tower range, because he needs it basically. And same thing, this guy will have the properties of the damage, so he will deal a lot of damage. He will have aces that fly around, and he will be able to pull the blimps with the ability. Don't add the bed pulling ability, because it will be too broken. But on the other hand, I wanna see the damage that can obliterate the beds up to around 150 in a matter of seconds. This is gonna be a very interesting balance, so that we can have both the damage dealer paragons, the debuffing paragons, and then we might also add the buffing paragons. So the whole concept of the current meta in the game can be shifted into the paragons, can be further enhanced, because paragons are much stronger, and you will get something interesting as a result, and meta will change, and we will have more variety, and we will love these fucking updates. Oof, gotta love this update. Guys, press the like or dislike button right now, depending on what you think about this video. Tell me your thoughts on which paragons do you expect more than the others, and see ya in the next one. Subscribe now.